Hey, you guys, what's good? Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna give you guys a few moments to get on in here. What's good, you guys? Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, an amazing week, amazing life. I hope all is well with you. Okay. But yeah, you guys, what's going on? For those that don't know, my name is Tamaya Robles. I'm a credit expert. I'm the owner of my company, Fix My Credit Now 850.com. I'm the host of my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. I'm NARAB High Desert Chapter President out here in Victorville, California. What's good? What's good? So, oh, y'all alive. Okay. And first of all, I'm sorry. Let me say thank you. Thank you guys for joining, listening, downloading. Be sure to share this live with others. All right. We need to reach as many people as possible so we can learn how to do things correctly. Okay. But anyway, I gotta always have to say my thank yous. But yeah, you see the title, you know what it is. I have recently been bringing a lot of people to my Next Level Credit Academy and interacting with students and sharing knowledge and information. What I noticed, as usual, is a pattern which has triggered me to do this live and to talk about this topic in particular. I also, with my clients say the same thing. They come to me for credit help, even though some of them already know how to fix credit. They're somewhat knowledgeable, but what they state is nothing's working. It hasn't been working. Things are coming back. I'm getting sued. Some of these collection agencies are talking about wage garnishments. What should I do? And I've heard this over time. I've seen it. I understand where it comes from. I don't think I've really talked about it. So we're talking about it now. All right. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. I got you guys. But yeah, so the reason why a lot of you guys, and including me a little bit back in the day before I started taking this credit thing mad seriously, is because you're listening to wrong information. A lot of times we're following people on social media, or you're trusting in a family friend, something, somebody, and they're giving you wrong information. You're applying it, hoping that you're going to see deletions. Maybe you do get deletions to a certain extent, but now they're coming back on, or something just isn't right, or you're doing the hacks. Them damn hacks, yo. We need to put that shit to bed. Just put it to bed. It ain't working no more. All right. But that's the problem. That's why you're not getting where you need to be, because you're basically told the wrong information. So I kind of wanted to do this live a little differently. I wanted to kind of go on social media, share with you guys some of the things that I saw, and kind of open your mind. Like, look at it from a perspective as somebody who knows nothing about credit and you're trying to learn, but you're relying on social media to teach you. And you're going to notice some things that just don't make sense. But I'm gonna walk you through it though. I'm gonna walk you through it. Let me share. I have a couple of videos I want to share with you guys. But on top of that, I also want to explain to you guys why this is right or wrong. Okay. So this is one clip I saw. Let's check it out.
The more simple it is, the better. All right, so we have our letter up here that you're going to want.
That.
All right, so we have our letter up here that you're going to want to use. On all letters to the bureaus, we need to have their asset out.
So with this video, she's explaining to you how to write out a dispute letter. Okay. I will speak on that later about dispute letters. I no longer do dispute letters, and I don't think you should either, but they keep pumping this information out. So again, someone who doesn't know any better, you're thinking, hey, this lady sounds like she makes sense. Let me follow her. Okay. Let me follow her and hear what she has to say. But yeah, doing dispute letters ain't it.
We also need to have today's date and then your personal information, which will include your name, your social, birth date, and proof of residence. We are simply stating, I looked at a copy of my current credit report and saw some errors that are reporting. I listed out below what exactly is wrong, what error is reporting, what item needs to be updated or removed.
Okay, so I can stop it right there. I want to bicker up just a little bit. Basically, you guys know I make up some of my language. I want to enlarge her picture. Okay, enlarge just a little bigger for you guys. So first of all, you never need to give the credit reporting agencies your social security number. They already have it. Okay, they already have it. But when you do decide to write a letter, the right thing to do is to give your name, your address, but you're going to give a picture of two forms of ID. So you're going to give a photo ID, government issued ID, such as a driver's license, passport. Some veterans use their veteran ID. That's cool. It can be expired. They don't care. And then you want to give a picture of like a piece of mail, something with your physical address on there. That's if you're going to go ahead and do these letters. I don't recommend it, but I digress. All right, let's get back to this lady.
So now we want to list out the creditor, the account number, what error is reporting, and what outcome you want, meaning you want the account to be deleted or updated. Then we will close it out with, please investigate these items and update or delete due to the errors I found on my.
Okay, so that's not it. You're not going to get deletions anymore like that. Just like anything, okay. Just like anything, as long as there's humans on Earth, there's going to be evolution. Okay, so how things are done changes. We're not doing 609 letters anymore. We're not doing 611 letters anymore. They used to work, they don't work anymore. Doing letters like how she's doing it, just so basic, and saying, hey, listen, here's my account number. These are wrong. I need you to investigate. That will not fly. If you want your letters to get rejected, definitely say something like that. Okay. If you want them to come back verified, nothing done, please send those type of letters out, the letters that she's talking about. If you want an effective dispute letter, if you feel a deep rooted desire and passion to write dispute letters, all you have to do, very simple, and say, you can write your account name. You probably don't have the full account number. We'll get into that deeper at another time, but you will probably have a partial account number. Put that on there. Okay. But then you want to say, very simple, you don't have to do anything else, I am disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. And then let it go. Go to the next one. Trust me, I promise you, this is how it works. Okay. I am disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. That is an actual dispute. That will be acknowledged. That will be received by the credit reporting agency. This right here is some bullshit. It's old. It's outdated. It doesn't work. I digress. Let's see what else she has to say.
My credit report. I want to show you how simple it is to write these letters. You do not need fancy letters or jargon written out to get results when working on your credit. The more simple it is, the better. All right, so we have our letter up here that you're going to want to use.
So
on all letters to the.
She's right about that. The simpler, the better. Okay, I can give you that, but she overcomplicated it. The whole letter itself is overcomplicated. She didn't need to say anything other than I am disputing the completeness and the accuracy of the payment history. That's it. That's all. But when you said, and I'm sorry, guys, I got this piece of hair that's just curling under my nose is wild crazy. But if you want your dispute letters to be removed, to be ignored very quickly, just write letters like that. That's the best thing I can say to you. And that's not what we're trying to go for. What we're trying to get are deletions, and quickly. So unfortunately, you're watching videos like that. I want to share another video that I saw. This one was more about hacks, right? So I know, because I used to be part of that world, I've explained this to you guys before. Hacks aren't effective anymore, you guys. You have to be careful of the hacks. If anybody's telling you, hey, this is a trick and I can get this off in 48 hours, 24 hours, shit, I can get it off in an hour, I can get it off while we're talking on the phone. Be careful of that. I'm not saying you're not going to get deletions. I'm not saying it's not going to work. Problem is that they're paying attention to these hacks. They're learning about these hacks just like you are. And when I say they, I'm talking about the CRAs, I'm talking about the CFPB, and they're building cases against the people that are using these hacks. So you got to be careful. But I digress. Because some of y'all can be like, whatever, as long as I get the deletions, I don't care. All right, then. But yeah, I wanted to share this little hacky thing with you guys. I saw this. You guys might know some of the people I'm showing, but it's on YouTube. I'm trying to do it in the eyes as if I'm just a regular person searching the web trying to learn about credit repair. So this is how I got this young lady. But let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is how I got my credit cleaned in 48 hours. That's what she's saying. This is a hack. Okay, so I can tell you right now that she fucked up. When she said do not dispute online, you do dispute online. You can dispute online. Again, if anyone tells you you shouldn't dispute online because it will prevent you from being able to sue the CRAs if necessary, you've given up your rights. I used to practice that as well until I've learned the right way, which I am showing you guys, which I'm teaching at Next Level Credit Academy. We'll get into that in a second. That again is false information. So for her to be like, oh no, you don't dispute online, you do dispute online. That is the accurate way. That is the cleanest, fastest way. If you want to save on letters, save on ink and printing things out and walking to the post office, sending things certified mail, dispute online. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do any of the shit that she's fucking talking about. But I digress. We're gonna keep it pushing. Let's see what else she has to say. Okay, so that was her little tip and hack or whatever. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into that. First and first, mostly again, that's an old method that no longer works. And what we used to say in the past is what she said. If you have a old address, let's say you used to work at 123 Main Street, and while you were living at 123 Main Street, you got a Verizon bill, you didn't pay for it, it wound up in collections, not collections, it wound up charged off. We'll say charged off, keep it very simple. And then you move to 321 Main Street, right? So while you're at 321 Main Street, you're thinking, okay, let me go ahead and fix my credit. I want to do better in life. Oh, I see this Verizon thing here. But I got Verizon when I was at 123 Main Street, but I live in 321 Main Street. Let me remove that 123 Main Street that is reporting on Experian, because she's saying Experian like it's not going to be on all the other credit reporting agencies, and we'll get into that. Okay. Let me remove it, and then I'm going to go ahead and dispute this Verizon account, and poof, it's going to disappear because they don't know how to connect this Verizon debt to my address because it's no longer there. I'm at 321 Main Street. And that's all. That shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. I used to practice that back in the day. So what I would tell people is, hey, and I still have the letters, and the reason why I still have the letters is because no matter what I say to y'all, no matter what I prove to y'all, historically, you guys ignore what I say, and then you're stuck in your own ways. You still want to do letters, you still want to do PI verification, which is personal information verification, is what she's talking about. Yeah, and it still doesn't work, and you get frustrated. So you do all of the steps that I tell you that doesn't work anymore until you finally cross over and you're like, you were right. Okay, I should have signed it. So whatever, right? But how that would used to work is I would tell people, hey, use this personal information letter, which I still have, and it's not deemed a dispute. Okay. So with a dispute, you can only dispute with the CRAs once every 30 days. If you do it multiple times, then they'll lock you out, they'll freeze you out, they'll verify all your debt, and you won't get anywhere. Okay. It makes your life much difficult. It makes the disputing process really slow. But you can send personal information letters every day, every week, several times a month, because you're not disputing anything. You're correcting the information that's on your credit report. Even though this is not a method that I agree with anymore, it's still good to remove old addresses from your credit report, especially if you are trying to get, we'll say, business credit or credit cards. It just looks better just to have one name, one address, one date of birth, one employer anyway. That's the only thing that should be on there. But when it comes to a so-called hack, that's not it. Like, that's not going to help you get deletions faster. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Okay, it's a bunch of bullshit. It does not work. So the theory is, if I get my old address removed and then I go ahead and dispute the Verizon account, then naturally the credit reporting agencies are going to remove that. It doesn't work like that. You didn't even do a proper dispute if you followed that method. I'm sure that that's not going to work. But no, don't drink the Kool-Aid. You can go on Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion and dispute online. As I've stated multiple times, the one and only line that works, or something similar to what I'm about to say that works, is I am disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. If you do not have that verbiage in your letter, or if you're not using that verbiage when you dispute online, what's going to happen is the credit reporting agencies don't completely respect or acknowledge that as an actual dispute. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to get deletions. You can get deletions by doing everything under the sun besides what I'm telling you. However, if you get the debt back on your credit report and you pull up that old letter, hey, I told you this was wrong, I gave you a long speech about this is wrong, they can always say, they meaning the creditor, they can always come back and say, you never properly disputed, which means you did not say, I'm disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history, or something to that effect. If you're saying, oh, it has to be disputed 100% accurate, no, that doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. And I could pull up an article on that. We could do a whole other, I will do that for you. I will give you that fact. So you guys don't think I'm just pulling this out my ass. That no longer works anymore because the CRAs could not accommodate being 100% accurate across all three credit reporting agencies, because the companies or the entities that's reporting on your credit report are coming from the creditors. So if the creditors are reporting wrong information, that's not on the CRAs, that's on the creditors. So they're saying. I digress. I'll move on. Like I said, I'll do another video on it. I'll do another video just to explain to you guys where that comes from, in case you don't believe me. So again, you guys, to do an actual dispute, you can dispute online. You do not need to keep talking. You don't need a letter. You don't need to say all this, that, and third. Go online. Go under each account where you can dispute and say, I'm disputing the completeness and accuracy of the payment history, and move on. Wait your 30 days. And because you're disputing online, the real hack is you get faster results. A lot of times, like I say, like 50-60% of the time, you get your results within like a week. Other than that, they come within 28, 30 days. You're good. You're golden. All right, I want to share one more YouTube video, and the reason why I'm sharing this one is because it was like as close to accurate as possible. But again, if you're just a regular schmegular person trying to learn credit repair, you don't know the difference. Like this just looks like a good-hearted, nice gentleman who seems to. You can't see my other arm. Look at that. Oh my God, that's weird. It looks like I only got one arm. But anyway, this looks like a gentleman who's really knowledgeable and trustworthy. He has the white beard and the mustache, and he has the glasses on. He's looking like this, like he's a concerned dad. And it's like, yeah, I believe you, guy. I believe you. But I'm going to have to pick apart some of the things that he said as well. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh, okay, as I fiddle around with this shit. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's from the beginning. How do I start from the beginning? Hold on. I don't know how to like reset these. Here we go. Okay, so here's the thing that is confusing a lot of people. I think it confuses a lot of people when it comes to consumers when they're trying to fix their own credit, when it comes to a lot of credit experts or credit repair specialists, whatever y'all call yourselves in these credit streets, okay? When he uses the word they have to, they don't have to do shit. Let's just be clear on that. They don't have to do shit. They should be doing shit, but they don't have to do shit because they don't want to do shit. And that's why we're in the predicaments that we're in with bad credit reporting. A lot of the things that are showing on your credit report are violations, they are inaccurate, there's conflicting information, there's merged credit reports, maybe with you and your parent or you and your child, you and your twin. All right. But the CRAs don't have to do shit. They should be doing shit, but they're not. So when you get online and you're learning how to fix your credit or you're trying to hone your skills as a credit expert and you're getting videos like this, like this, and they're like, yeah, they gotta remove it, and all you got to do, yeah, they don't have to. Especially if you keep saying this isn't accurate. This needs to be 100% accurate. My rights are violated. I'm using this 1560 code or whatever fucking code you got. Nah. And one thing about these so-called letters that is just killing me. I'm sick of you guys. I'm sick of us as experts still practicing this. Is you're writing dispute letters using codes to the people that already know about the codes. So when you're like, yeah, this violates my rights under 15, I don't even know the codes. The reason why I don't know the codes because I don't use the codes. I mean, and the codes I do use, you'll check it and go to my Next Level Credit Academy. Go to Next Level Credit Academy. You'll see what I use. You'll see what codes I use. The code I do know off the rip is a federal code called the UCC Article 9. And that's in relation to repossessions. Okay. Other than that, I don't talk about codes. Why would I talk codes to people that are trained in the codes that you're bringing up. They know what they're violating already. They know that. You don't know that. Matter of fact, a lot of times you guys are using codes that don't even apply to the situation that you're disputing, which is why you're not getting results. People like this are telling you wrong shit. Oh yeah, you got his head tilted. Yeah, you got this is wrong. This is not supposed to be on there. None of that shit's supposed to be on there. You guys got child support that's not supposed to be on there. You have bankruptcies that's not supposed to be on there. And y'all got judgments that's not supposed to be on there. And what? So you guys are doing these disputes. They're coming back verified and frivolous. This is why. And trust me, I know I used to be that same person. Like, this shouldn't be on here. This violates my rights under the FCRA. They know it violates your rights under the FCRA. They know it violates your rights under FDCRA, FDCPA. They know about the FTC and all. They know that. So I even talk about it. When these credit experts try to give you these tips and hacks, they're trying to make it seem like all professional, like, yeah, you're gonna make yourself sound like an expert. You sound like a fucking idiot. That's like me teaching the beach about sand. There's already sand here. You know what I'm saying? That's like me teaching a fish about water. Let me show you how to swim. Bitch, I'm swimming already. Yeah, well, let me show you about the new stroke. Nigga, I've been doing the strokes since you knew what a stroke was. Calm down. Like, ew. That's why your shit ain't working, okay? Because you got people like that cocking their head to the side, nodding, looking serious, like it shouldn't even be on there. Yeah, duh. The fuck. Anyway, let's finish this clip up, right? Let's see what else. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to catch him. We could watch that again. But I had to catch him in that shit right there. This is another sign that you're following somebody who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. The TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, and all of the other credit reporting agencies are not credit bureaus. Okay, they're not credit bureaus. There's only one and only credit bureau. There's only one, and that's called the CFPB, and it has the name bureau in the name. Okay, it has bureau in the name. TransUnion doesn't. It's not TransUnion Bureau. It's not Experian Bureau. It's not Equifax Bureau. Is it? I don't think so. So anytime you're surfing the web, you're online, and you're trying to figure out this whole credit situation, okay, how to learn, how to dispute properly, how to teach your students, even, right? How to elevate your employees. So whatever team you got going on in the credit world, if you're using the words the credit bureaus, if you're calling TransUnion, Experian, Equifax the 3Bs, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Off rip. If you hired someone and they're saying, yeah, I sent your letters off to the credit bureaus, you need to leave them people. They don't like you. They don't know you. They don't fuck with you. They don't understand what's going on in the credit streets. Now, even better, if you're writing your little dispute letters and sending them to TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, LexisNexis, Innovis, and all of the check systems, all of them people, and you're saying the words credit bureau and you're not talking about the CFPB, they know you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, which is why your letters aren't working. This is why you're getting denied. Because people like this are talking out the side of their fucking neck and they're making it sound like it makes sense, but it's not making sense to the people that are important or the entities that are important. They sound good on social media, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna send them to all the credit reporting, all the credit bureaus. It's not all of them. It's only one. Okay, it's only one. Let's see what. Hopefully, this is about done. Okay, so he's done. All right, then. No. Now, another thing I wanted to share with y'all, because again, we're on social media. I just started going on Facebook and joining Facebook groups. I just started doing that. And I told you I don't really pay attention to competition because there's no real competition when it comes to credit, the credit world. It's just too many people to help, too many people that are in need and all the things. It's just, but I do like to try to figure out, like, hey, what are people online being told? Why are my people coming to me so frustrated, wanting me to fix their credit, and they're giving me this long story? I got a guy this week that was like, yeah, I spent $2,000 with this credit repair expert. I didn't see any results, and I'm really frustrated. Or they told me to do this, and I did it, and nothing happened. What's going on? Like, I'm frustrated. I'm tired. And it affects your trust as a consumer. Like, I can't even trust these credit experts. Well, this is why. So I decided to go on my little Facebook, and I'm gonna share this with y'all. I'm gonna share my screen. Oh, hold on. It bumped me out or something. Hold on. So I went on. Let me see if I can share this screen. Hold on. Okay. So this was one page I was on, right? Okay. So this is boom. Okay, here we are. Can y'all see? Let me see what y'all see. Okay. So this is the group I was in. And believe it or not, I actually am cool with the owner of this group or the creator of this group, because several years ago, the creator of the let me blow myself up a little bit. This creator of the group, his name is Rodney Peake. And if you guys are familiar with him, you already know what I'm talking about. But he pushes the Metro 2 compliance method. I don't do that anymore. I used to follow him. I used to and I still follow him because I'm in his group, but he's changed his group. He adds more groups. He's very knowledgeable, extremely knowledgeable. So I will always give him that respect, right? I reached out to him recently. Him and I had a brief conversation. So he already knows. So he knows that I push consumer law. I talk about disputing negative items the right way, suing the collection agencies, the creditors, the credit reporting agencies, the banks, all the credit card companies, everybody in your mama, to get things off your credit report. He does not practice what I practice, but this is his platform. I'm just saying this for the record. And he has encouraged me to share on the group the information I find in the group, to share my information. I can put ads up and all that. He's very okay. And he's very supportive of what I do. So if you're looking at this and saying, why are you showing other people's groups? Because I got the okay to do it, just so we're clear. So let me zoom out a little bit and show you so you can see very clearly the problem here. Okay. So again, this is you guys kind of like this. I see these types of posts all the time. You guys are going on social media asking for help, as you should. Nobody's knocking that. All right. But the problem is you're getting wrong answers. You're being told the wrong things. So this person said, I mailed dispute letters out stating if the negative items on my credit report can't be verified, please delete. Again, I told y'all that ain't it. That's not it. If you go to TransUnion, Spirit, Equifax saying this shit, they're going to mark it as verified, say you're frivolous and all that. So this means this is their response to at least the initial dispute. Okay. They have now sent a letter saying they can't verify my identity. Yeah, because you're not saying the right words, which I believe is false. What should I do now? So we're going to look at the comments, because some people are just giving you guys false answers. This is my response, right? This is my response. But we're not going to get into my response. But this chick right here cracks me up because she gives a wealth of false information. And it seems reputable. She has a nice little profile picture. And you're like, oh my gosh, like she's saying all the things that's right. So her response was, hey, that's actually a common delay tactic, which she's right about that. They use basically trying to slow down the process. What you want to do now is send your dispute again. Hell to the Nizal. No, you don't want to send your dispute again. Why don't you want to send your dispute again? Because number one, now you're on their radar. You already sent a dispute letter. Let me blow myself up. Okay, just so you can see the seriousness. You already reached out to them and they said no. Matter of fact, not only are we saying this is verified, who the fuck are you? Who are you? So you think sending another letter send another letter is going to help the situation? No, it's going to make it worse. I have seen where the credit reporting agencies have said, you just sent us this information already. How many times? We already told you we don't know who the fuck you are, even though they do know who the fuck you are. Okay, but the solution isn't let me send another letter. Okay, so be careful who y'all are listening to, because motherfuckers it just doesn't make sense. That's some really wrong information. Include 2 forms of ID. Yeah, we know that already. Hopefully that person knew that already. Make sure your name and address match exactly. She's just pulling out shit out her ass. Send it out certified mail so you have proof that they received it. That doesn't make sense. They received it. They're telling you they received. You can see they have responded to her. So obviously they received it. So again, you guys are giving some dumbass information. I should comment. I'm not going to do that right now. And the poor woman's like, thank you, right? She's saying thank you like she helped her. She didn't help her with shit. Not at all. She helped her doing things wrong. And this is why you guys aren't getting the results. You're getting wrong information. That's no different than what they ask in the response. The original documents are sufficient. That's not necessary. There's a stall letter. We already know that. Okay. If all they're doing is disputing, it doesn't matter if you send in birth certificate, the computer reads the letter and spits out an answer. She's talking about he's talking about, or who? Jessica is talking about eOscar. So what that is when you send a dispute letter into the system, and you guys can look this up. Again, fact checked it. Even with me, y'all don't know me. Some of y'all just found me. That's what's up. What's good? You know what I mean? But take what I'm saying and fact check it. Take what these people are saying and fact check it. Stop just drinking the Kool-Aid and be like, well, her profile picture looks nice. She seems like she's wearing a suit. This is a white man, so we always believe what a white man says. So let me do that. Oh, this is an older black gentleman. He reminds me of Uncle Ben. This is a safe place here. Let me just believe what they're saying. No. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Fact check. Okay? Because that's some bullshit. But what she's talking about is eOscar. So what eOscar is something that the credit reporting agency has, where you send a dispute letter allegedly, and I say allegedly because I ain't saying it, but there is an eOscar system. I can confirm it. So you just submit your dispute letters, it reads it, spits it back as verified, right? And there's certain ways to kick your letter out of the whole eOscar system to force people to read it, the employees to read it, but that's what that person is talking about. It's still not an effective way. I'm just letting you know, still not effective. Okay, that shit still don't work. All right, so yeah, let's get back. Prove me wrong. Show me where your disputes have resulted in deletion. So now they're just arguing. And that's another thing. Just because you see people arguing back and forth with each other doesn't mean one person knows more than the other. Like I did right here. I said what I said. And as you can see, nobody came back with a response to me because this is right. I gave them the right information, but people fighting over wrong information. This is why you guys have to be careful. These are the people that you're hiring. You're hiring these people as credit experts and they're giving wrong information. Okay. And some of it seems like it's right because it's like some right information mixed with wrong information, which mixed with made up information. You can't do that. If you're really trying to fix your credit, you need facts. This guy, Brent Bradford, he's cool and all, but he disputes the old way. See what I'm saying? A professional looking white man. Oh my God, he's wearing a suit. Great. Yeah. All right. No. Brent's still giving fucking wrong information or outdated information. And we need to get out of that. Okay. I wish you luck. My 12 years in the industry. So people like this always tell you how long they've been in the industry for over a decade. So it makes you feel, oh snap, like he's this person with a suit on and he has a professional profile and he's been in the game for over 12 years. He knows what he's talking about. Credit changes and the rules and the laws change every freaking year throughout the year. So if you're like, yeah, you're telling me some shit that happened in early 2000s, it's not going to work today. Even something that happened or how disputes were going 5 years ago don't apply today. It's not going to work. Some 2 years ago isn't going to work. Okay. So, this industry has taught me that a dispute like that isn't effective. You need to be on and explain why the accounts are negative. You don't need to explain shit. Don't explain shit. All you need to do is this. This is your golden ticket. What I told you, dispute the completeness and accuracy of the payment history. That's it. That's all. You don't have to do all of this shit. People just make up shit anyway. Let's go to another one. Okay. This person says, let me see what y'all see. Okay, cool. This person says, I have a $250 collection account with National Credit System. I just sued them people, by the way. I just sued them on behalf of my client. Fuck it. Okay, because they did some bullshit. I'm trying to pay in full for a pay to delete on my credit report. We're going to talk about that. A pay to delete is some bullshit. They said they do not provide written letters or agreements stating they will delete, but they will do a courtesy deletion after payment is received. What should I do? Okay. Let me help you guys out here. Okay, let me help you. You know what I should do? Let me write this down. Pay to delete. Next topic. Podcast topic. Yeah, pay to delete. But let's talk about pay to delete, y'all. All right. I gotta write things down. I'm a woman of a certain age. I don't remember shit like I used to. All right. So listen, Linda. Look very closely. Come here. Look very closely. Okay. Pay to delete. So when you're disputing and you're talking to a collection agency, if you're talking to the original creditor, whatever, and you're saying, hey, I know I owe the debt. Can I do a pay to delete? Right? They are always going to talk about the money that you owe. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about your CFPB complaint, your FDCPA complaint. They don't care about none of that. They want to know, when can we get that bread? They don't care about you getting your little deletions and all that. Nobody gives a shit about that but you. Okay? Please believe. Please understand that. So when this individual is sitting here saying, yeah, they said that they will do a pay to delete after I pay, that's not a flex. That's not a win for real. They're saying, give us the money and then we'll delete it from your credit report. Okay, that's not credit repair. So if you're noticing that there's inaccuracies, there's violations, and you're saying, hey, there's deletions and violations, we'll say Verizon, okay, I'm gonna need you to, if I pay a little bit of money, I need this to go away. Nah, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, pay us, we'll delete it, we'll do that. Okay, yours $10,000, pay us $10,000, wow, pay us a little $10,000, wow, we'll take it off. Not a problem. That's not a negotiation. That's not real. Okay, let's get out of that shit. If you have a settlement, because some of you guys are coming, let me write that down too. Settlement, pay to delete, settlement. I'm gonna put this on my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. Okay, settlement. So if you want to hear my whole spiel about pay to deletes and settlements and how harmful they are, then go check out my podcast, Coast to Coast Credit. But for here, right now, let's talk about something very briefly. If you contact the creditor and you're sitting, or maybe even the collection agency, and you're like, hey, let me pay you some because I can't do the whole thing. Can you take this off my credit or whatever? Can we settle it or whatever? They're going to say, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll settle it for you so it will close out. It will show that you paid. We could do that. And yes, you owe us 10 thou wow, but give us maybe 5 thou wow, 8 thou wow. We're good. Okay. We're going to say you paid us and it's settled and we'll close it out. You're thinking in your head, oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. I didn't have to pay the whole thing. They might even do you one better, make you feel really, really good, stroke you all the way to fuck up and say, matter of fact, to make you feel better, not only do you only have to pay us 5 thou wow, you can pay that in installment payments. And once you're done paying that lesser version in installment payments, we got you covered. Closed, marked as paid, marked as settled. You just fucked yourself in the ass. Here's why you did that. So when you do a settlement, you guys, settlement is telling the world on your credit report. At one point, I was approved for a loan and I made an agreement with this company. I agreed to pay X amount of money. Now, not only do you see all the missed payments and how it went into collections at one point, but now I couldn't afford to stick to the agreement. So I chose to pay a lesser amount and I settled. And the last payment I made is now years later. So you have what? You've re-aged your debt. So now it's going to stay on your credit report an additional 7 years from the date of your last payment. So that's fucked up. Okay, that's fucked up right there. And now you're telling the world that you're just not really responsible. You don't hold your end of the bargain. Your word is not your bond. So when other lenders look at you, they're going to say, oh, you settled that debt. You're not going to play with us. We're not going to give you shit because we don't want to deal with that. We want clients that we know are going to pay us because they have a credit report that reflects that they make good on their payments, but you don't. You settle out. Denied. Okay. Okay. Just letting you know. But anywho, let's get back to me sharing the screen with y'all with these little weird ass comments. But again, you guys, this is why you guys aren't getting approved for shit because you're getting told wrong ass information. So they said they do not provide written letters or agreements stating that they will delete, but they will do a courtesy deletion after the payment is received. So first of all, they're telling you right here they're going to bullshit you. You know what I mean? What do you mean? You're a whole company. What do you mean you do not provide letters saying that there's an agreement that you'll delete it? That's crazy wild. That's crazy wild and it's pathetic. So anyway, let's click on the answers, all the comments, right? So this is this guy said get to writing. I don't know what he's talking about. Anonymous participant. Unless you're buying a house tomorrow, I will pull all 3 credit reports, dispute with the CRAs. See, they know what they're saying. They're saying credit reporting agencies and expect for it to be verified and accurate. Yep, he's right. Then send a letter to the debt collector saying that the CRAs verified the account as accurate and what was verified. Dispute with the DC, and if they don't remove it in 30 days, sue the DC, the debt collector. He's getting warmer. He's getting warmer for sure. So what I would do is I actually teach this in my school, Next Level Credit Academy. He's very warm, but not all the way. But he's not saying what everybody else is saying. So if you're wanting to listen to anybody, I would listen to this guy. Okay. And he doesn't have a professional looking photo like that. He looks mad random, but he knows what he's talking about a little bit. Okay. So this dude says, oh, they'll probably delete it. If they don't delete after payment, just start disputing it. It will come off sooner or later. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. And he's part of he has a credit company. Just don't use the same dispute reason consecutively. Bro, like even if they take it off, I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're not disputing the right way, they're going to go ahead and they can sue you. The creditor can sue you because you're just doing shit wrong, getting wrong information. Get it in writing or it didn't happen. That's stupid. Whoever this person is, they need to just stop. They just need to stop. Let me see what Ashley said. National Credit System is a debt collector, not the original creditor. So the whole role is collecting money, not doing you any favors. The courtesy deletion line sounds nice, but without anything in writing, I agree with her. It's basically just them asking you to trust in them, and that's not how the game works. She's absolutely correct on that. If they won't put it in writing, you really have no protection. That is correct. You don't have protection anyway. That's like making a deal with the devil and trying to get them to have your back. You owe them money. They just care about the money. Once you pay, they already got what they wanted and they decide not to delete it. That's true. I wouldn't rush to pay it just because it's $250. You can dispute it or request proper validation and see if there are any errors or gaps in how it's being reported. She's absolutely right. So far, she knows what she's talking about. A lot of times these accounts can be removed that way without paying at all. I'm waiting for the solution. If you do decide to pay, ooh. So she was almost there. Like Tiana from Princess and the Frog. Almost there. She was almost there and then she just dropped it off. You got to keep going. She was so close. Like she didn't say anything wrong. There's just more to it. There was more steps to that, right? She said if you do decide to pay, just go into it understanding that the deletion isn't guaranteed. Personally, I'd push them a little harder for something in writing or try another route first before. So she since you gotta keep going, just like you so that what the problem that I'm noticing, you guys, is you guys are putting too much stock into your enemy. You know what I mean? Look at the creditor and the collection agency as the people that are against you. They're not here for you, they are against you. So if you're like, hey, could you get me proof of something? No, can you give us our money? Hey, this was verified and it's still on there and I'm seeing inaccuracies. Can you please explain who verified it and why? No, give us our money. Okay. Could you please? No, bitch, give us our fucking money. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm asking you for too much. So now I'm going to lead into Next Level Credit Academy, where we don't ask nobody for shit, straight up and down, because we know we're dealing with the devil here, y'all. But the thing is, you guys, as consumers, we're protected. We have rights beyond whatever the fuck these people are teaching you online. Beyond that, you have consumer rights. Some of these companies have arbitration clauses. Okay. Most of them do. Meaning if they have violated and something came back verified and it's still inaccurate, there's still violations, they got clauses that protect you. Sue them people. Sue them people. Don't go back and forth. Don't be like, well, can I get a letter to the fuck all of that shit? I'm a dispute once. Oh, you're still bullshitting me? Say less. Let me pull up your arbitration clause and let's handle this the long way. Okay, we're gonna handle it the long way. And they don't want to handle it the long way because if they handle it the long way, it costs them some bread. And then they wind up paying so much money that it was just easier to just delete the shit and give you a permanent deletion and walk the fuck away. Okay, so let's now go into my school, Next Level Credit Academy. Now, I must say, thank you guys. Thank you for my new members that have joined me. I'm a big it up. I'm a big it up, y'all. Matter of fact, let me let it take up the whole screen. Bow. All right. Thank you for joining. Listen, let me refresh to see if I got more members because this is wild crap. Okay, so I remember. Listen, I swear to you, a couple days ago, this was at 60. I'm trying to get the word out, y'all. I'm trying to get the word out. Like, you need to join Next Level Credit Academy, and here's why. Because I am going to teach you the real shit the right way, y'all. The right way. I'm interacting with you guys. You're going to speak to me directly. I don't want to show y'all everybody's business, but people leave me messages. They ask for advice. You see, I'm getting checks out this bitch. Okay. I'm showing you guys how to get checks. These are real actual checks for people. These are permanent deletions. These are debt waivers. This is the right way to do it. This is the permanent way. I'm telling you, don't let these little attorneys scare you. I got videos showing you what's been said. I have documents. I prove myself. Okay. I prove that the method works. Now, what I have for you guys is what you want to do is you want to join my platform, Next Level Credit Academy. Link is in the description. It is absolutely free to join. It's 1,000,000% free. Okay. Now, you do have these 2 classes that are free, and this one is a paid course. However, let's say you're just super new to credit, like you don't know Nathan at all. I would definitely start here. This is very informative. If you're a visual learner, there's a lot of visuals here, a lot of videos. There's so many things. I actually have this video, right? What you didn't know about the other 60 credit bureaus. I used to call them bureaus, but they're credit reporting agency. I'll do an update. Okay. There's actually, I just found out there's 400 of them. I didn't know. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things are always changing. So you can't just lay your hat on somebody who say, yeah, I've been doing credit since the 80s. Motherfucker, we're in 2026. Shit done changed, right? But yeah, I would start off here. Now, if you're just trying to get some business knowledge, some business education, I would definitely say go here. I'm going to continue to pour into, this is also a free course. I'm going to continue to pour into here because business credit and business knowledge doesn't change as frequently as credit does, because it's I don't know, I don't know why that is, but it's, you can rely on somebody who says, oh yeah, I've been doing business credit for 10, 15 years. The game rarely changes. It's the same concept all the time. So I will always pour into here. But there's enough information here for you guys to just follow this, and it's really super cool. But I'm gonna keep adding to it. Don't you worry, I got y'all, right? But if you want to learn the right way, the super duper right way to sue, you don't worry. 99% of the time, you're not going into a courtroom. There's always a chance that you are. It's always a possibility depending on what type of case you have. But most cases, you're not going into a courtroom. You're not, people get scared like, oh, I got to sue. I got to go to court. You really don't. Right? But I'm educating you guys on how to sue, how to get permanent deletions, debt waivers. What I'm going to show y'all is actually, I need to do some more. I'm always going to pour into my courses, but I want to show you guys how to file an answer. So if a lot of you guys are consumers where you're getting sued and they're asking for debt waivers or liens and stuff, and you guys ignore it, and then the judgment goes against you, is horrible. So I'm going to show you guys in this course what to do if you are sued. Okay. How to respond, the right way to respond, get that case tossed out. And if they toss it out and it's still on your credit report, you can sue them. I'm trying to tell ya, this is the right way to do things, you guys. So anyway, be sure to join Next Level Credit Academy. We meet up. These are little meetup times. Just check out the calendar. It's pretty cool. But the members are super cool. The community is good. My mentor is on here. More and more people are joining. It's a safe space, you guys. Like I tell you all the time, judgment-free zone. Don't judge us. Judge your mom, dead or alive. Okay. But yeah, it's a safe space. But I just had to talk about this. I'm going to keep talking about it with you guys. I know because I was there before. You don't know something, so you go on social media. You don't know something, you go on YouTube. Doesn't mean you're being told the right information. It just doesn't. It sounds good. Some people may be giving you results. It feels like the right thing to do. I can show you results right now. I can Google some results. You Google some results. That's what people are doing. They're posting up some results that they didn't even do. Okay. And even if they did do it, some of the shit is coming back. You got to be careful with that. All right. But this is a foolproof way. Slow and steady wins the race. It doesn't take forever. It doesn't take more than maybe 3 to 4 months, depending on how fast everybody responds. But do it the right way. Okay. Learn the right way. Don't be listening to everybody. All right. But I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully, this was very helpful. I appreciate you guys again. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, download. If you are like, listen, see, I don't have the time for all that. I need you to fix my credit. It's totally okay. I understand. This is the method I'm going to use, just so you're aware. But go to my website, schedule a free 30-minute consultation. Link is in the description. Everybody else, if you're trying to build your business, you're trying to add on your business, if you're trying to have another supplemental income, another stream of income, be sure to join Next Level Credit Academy. Learn how to do this the right way. And child, listen, it is so fucking worth it. As far as income wise, you could just hear my whole thing. I was telling my mentor, I was like, I just like repos. I just like, if there's a perfect world where I could just dispute repos all the time, I love me some repo. I love suing for repos. Fuck around. Fuck around. I'm telling you, I'm not good with remembering numbers and shit, but I remember that UCC Article 9, bitch. Okay. Repos all day. But anyway, you guys, I love being on here. I love talking to you guys. Be sure to check out my podcast. I'm doing 2 episodes a week. I always said I was going to be more consistent this year. New year, new me, right? Okay, we are 3 months in. I've been consistent as of 2 weeks ago. But be sure to check out Coast to Coast. I'm a little all over the place. You know, I'm more free spirited on there. I very much enjoy podcasting, and people are checking me out all around the world, and I appreciate that too. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm rambling. I wish you guys the best of luck on your credit